Okay, hi everyone. Here in the video, I will discuss about paradigm and other forms of morpheme. So there are four things that we are going to discuss in the video. The first one is inflectional paradigm, suffixal homophone, noun feminine form, and noun diminutive form. We're going to start with the first one. So, paradigm. Paradigm is a system of morpheme variations. Okay? And it is correlated with a parallel system of variation in the environment. Here, the environment is inflectional paradigm. Okay. Among the 9 morphemes in the inflectional, there are 4 that has paradigm. The first one is as ending to mark the plural, the ending for past tense, as ending for the third person singular, and the last one is the ending for past participle. Okay, let's see the example. Okay, here I have list of the words ending with S to mark the plural form. The first one is the first ones are words cats and clocks. Okay. Oh yeah, I need to add S here. Clocks. Okay. Okay. So here, the last sound, all of the words on the left one ends with S to mark the plural. Here. See? S to mark the plural. Either S or ES. Okay? But it has several paradigms. The first one, the word cat and clocks, okay, the S ending is pronounced as S. Why? Because the last sound in those two words end with voiceless. Okay? Voiceless. Okay, so this is the first paradigm. That is S. Okay? Now, the second one, okay, the S ending here is pronounced as Z. Why? Because the last sound ends with voice. G is voice sound. E in city, E is voice, vowel. Vowel is considered as voice. Okay, so because the last sound in the word is voice, then the second paradigm is Z. Okay. The third one, here in the words glasses and watches, all ends with ES. Okay. And the S ending, the ES, is pronounced as is. Okay. It is pronounced as is because the last sound is sibilant. Do you know sibilant? I hope you remember. But in case you forget, it's okay. I will write it down. So sibilant are the sounds that is considered the hissing sound. There are 6. S, Z, Ch, J, Sh, and J. Okay. So these are called sibilant. Okay. So if the last sound in the word ends with sibilance, as in glasses and watches, the S ending to mark the plural is pronounced as ES. Oh, red one, sorry. Red one. Okay. So that is 3. Okay. However, the plural form is not only marked by S ending. Some forms do not follow the S ending. They have changes in form, or we call it morphologically conditioned. On the left one, it is phonologically conditioned because it is S ending, okay, because of the sound, okay. Voiceless, voice, or sibilant, that's phonologically conditioned. On the right one, here we have the sounds that is morphologically conditioned. Okay, so like women, if it is plural, okay, it becomes women. Okay, there is a change here within the word. Also, the word foot, it becomes fit. So here we have what is called replacive allomorph. I hope you still remember replacive allomorph. If you don't, you can go back to the previous video, the video before this. Okay. Replacive allomorph, there is a change within the word. Yeah. Next, there are also phenomena where the plural form is not indicating by anything. Okay? Fish, for example. I have a fish. I have 2 fish. There is no fishes. I have many fish. We do not use fishes. Okay. So here, in this case, we have the 4 paradigm that which is called the fifth paradigm, which is called zero morpheme. We call it zero morpheme because there is no change at all. Yeah, there is no change at all. This is number 5. Okay. Also, if you use the word ship, okay, there is no I have 2 sheep. No. 1 or more is pronounced as ship. So it doesn't change anything. Yeah. The last paradigm is here. If you pay attention to the word ox becomes oxen, there is addition, yeah, additional sound n. Okay, so this is the paradigm. Okay, we call it n. Okay, let me change it first. Okay, like this. So for S plural, there are 6 paradigms. Let me review it one by one. We have S, and then we have Z, we have is, number 4 is replacive allomorph, number 5 is zero morpheme, and number 6 is n. Okay? So those are the paradigm for S plural. Now, what about for the past form? Almost the same, like S ending to mark singular. We usually have ed ending, okay, as you can see here. Okay, as you can see here, ed ending, okay, ed ending in the words to mark the past form. However, okay, Okay, the ed ending can be pronounced as the, okay, the and it. Okay, it is pronounced as the because the last sound in the word it ends with k and j. So those are voiceless sound. Okay, and ending with if it ends with voice sound like a and g, it will be pronounced as the. Okay, as the here. Okay, why? Because the last sounds are considered are voiced. What about if it ends with ed? Is it because sibilant sounds? No. It's because the last sound ends with the and the. So the ed ending will be pronounced as it. So that is the third paradigm for past tense. Okay. So here the regular form or we say it's phonologically conditioned. Yeah. The changes or the paradigm happens because of the sounds. Okay. Same like in a plural. Some words do not create the past form by adding ed. Okay. Some happens to change the sound. Okay. Undergo the changes of the sound. Like read, even though it is pronounced similarly, yeah, it is pronounced the same. Okay. Sorry, it is written the same. It is written the same. Read here. Okay, like read, read, but it is pronounced differently. The first one is pronounced as read. The past form is pronounced as read. Okay, so there is changing of sound here within the word. So this is number 4. We call it replacive allomorph. Same like write and wrote. Yeah, write and wrote. There is change. Okay, it undergoes changes of sound from I to O. Okay, so these are the same replacive allomorph. Okay. What about some sounds? Okay, like go becomes when. Yeah, it changes completely. Okay, go becomes when. So we have number 5. It is called suppletion. Oh, is that enough? Okay, let me change it first. Okay. Okay, so number 5 is suppletion. And the last one, okay, to mark past form, sometimes there is no change at all. Okay, like hit, still hit. Okay, cut, cut. Okay, and then put. Okay, so in that case, because there is no change here, the sixth paradigm, the sixth paradigm is zero morpheme. Okay, so again, there are 6. Yeah, the first one is the, okay, and then and then it, which are the 3 of them are phonologically conditioned. And then number 4 is the fourth paradigm is replacive allomorph. The fifth paradigm is suppletion, and the last one is zeromorphism. Okay, so those are the paradigms for S plural and the past form. Now, what about the S ending for third person singular and for past participle? Why don't you try to make it? Okay, now let's continue with the second one. Okay, here, the second one, we are going to talk about suffixal homophone. Yeah, suffixal homophone. As you can see here, that some suffixes have similar form of inflectional and derivational. So we call it homophone. Yeah, we call it homophone. Let me get the highlighter. Okay, homophones. But they are two different morphemes. Why? Because one is inflectional, one is derivational. Okay, for example, comparative form. Okay, comparative form. Here we are going to talk about the first one, comparative form. So, for example, for in the word taller, tall becomes taller, or big becomes bigger. Okay, so the is not the only form for the morpheme. It doesn't mean so. When we see so it must be inflectional. Yeah, it must be comparative. No, we also have for derivational. Okay, so this is derivational. To mark the noun, okay, we have hunt becomes hunter, read becomes reader. Okay, is this the same? Of course not. One is comparative form. The derivational means person who. Hunter is a person who hunts. Reader is a person who reads. Okay, and then the second one is which means repetitive form or repetition. Okay, like chat becomes chatter, glitz become and the word glitter. Yeah, chat become chatter. So if we refer to the meaning of chatter, it's not a person who it refers to the person who likes to talk. Okay, so always talk, very talkative. So that is chatter. Okay, repeated. And glitter. If you see, let's say, glitter, a shirt with glitter. So the bling happens so many times, okay, repeatedly. So we call it glitter. Okay. So, but the bottom line is that even though it uses okay, same form, but they are homophone. They just have the same sound, but they are different morpheme. Okay. The inflectional is comparative, while the derivational can be marking noun, person who, and to mark repetition. Okay, the examples are in chatter and glitter. The second one is the ing form. Yeah, verb ing, present participle. Okay, we have present participle in the inflectional. However, there is also ing in derivational. Okay, ing to mark nominal, or we usually call it gerund. Okay, we call it as gerund. Like wedding, meeting. Okay, I have a meeting. Meeting, there is a noun. I am meeting my friends. That is a verb. If I say I am meeting my friends, then it is the inflectional morphemes. But if I say I have a meeting, then it is that is derivational. Okay, I will show you in the board. Okay, look at the example here. Here, the first one, I am meeting my friends from UK. So, from the auxiliary, okay, here we know that this is present participle, the verb ing. Okay. But if I say my meeting, so even though we use the same ing, yeah, in here, my meeting. So meeting here is a noun, or we call it gerund. Okay, this is gerund or nominal. Nominal because the verb becomes noun. Yeah, verb becomes noun, so it is nominal. Okay, so here the word ing on the first one is inflectional, but on the second one, ing here is derivational. Okay, so they have different morpheme, even though they use the same form and the result is the same word. Yeah, written the same and pronounced the same. Okay, another example is the third one here. He's very charming. Okay, if we look at the last word here, there is verb ing. Okay, is it inflectional? Of course not. Okay, even though we have is here, but this is not inflectional. Why? This is adjective. Okay, this is adjective. So it changes the part of speech. Okay. Okay, so not I am charming my family now. Okay, but he is very charming. So charming here is adjective. Okay, so in that case, since the part of speech changes, then it is derivational. The form is the same. All of them use verb ing, but they are different morphemes. Okay, the first one in I am meeting is inflectional. In my meeting and in the sentence he is very charming, the morpheme is inflectional. Next is the past participle. Okay, in the word excited and devoted. Okay, also maybe in other examples like bored. Okay, let me show you in the example in the sentence. Okay, here I have two examples. I have bored the crowd with my joke and we are bored listening to the joke. Okay, if you see the word here, the word joke, the word bored, sorry, the word bored. Okay. In a glance, it is the same. Okay, but if we look at carefully, the first one, yeah, this is the first one. I have bored the crowd with my joke. So this is the verb. This part is the verb. Okay, this is the verb. So bored here is past participle, or we call it verb 3, or past participle. Okay, in the second example, we are bored. So bored here is adjective. It used the same ed. Yes. It has the same form as past participle, but it is different. The first one, because it is a verb, this one is present participle. This is a verb. Inflectional morphemes. But the second one, in we are bored listening to the jokes, okay, bored here is adjective. So there is a change of part of speech from verb into adjective. Then this one is derivational. This one is inflectional. This one is derivational. Okay. So once again, when you see a verb, okay, you have to pay attention clearly, okay, because inflectional and derivational sometimes have the same form, okay, but again, since the meaning is different, the part of speech is different, they are different morphemes. Okay, let's continue. Okay, the last one in suffixal homophone is li. Yeah, li. Usually mostly we use suffix li to mark adverb form. Okay, for example, I work daily. Yeah, I work daily. But li can also be um, it can also be adjective. Okay, let me show you the example. Okay, look at the example. I have two sentences. The first one is I read newspaper daily, and the second one I read daily newspaper. If you pay attention to the word daily, it is placed differently. The first one, I read newspaper daily. Daily is at the end it is at the end to mark the frequency of my reading newspaper. So here it is adverb. But when I create sentence using I read daily newspaper, here daily modify the word newspaper. So it marks that this daily as adjective. Okay? So once again, both are different derivational morphemes, but the first one indicates that it is adverb, the second one indicates that it is adjective. Are they the same morpheme? Of course not. Okay? But they have the same form. Okay. Now let's continue with the next material. Now let's continue with the last material, noun feminine form. Okay, some nouns, some sounds or some morphemes indicate feminine form. The base form is usually the masculine one. Okay, the masculine one to show that this is the base one, and then the add of suffixes, yeah. Of course, it belongs to suffix, derivational suffix, will indicate the feminine form. Okay. Some of these suffixes are foreign origin, so it is not originally from English language. For example, in the word fiancé. Okay, fiancé, this is the base form. This is for the male. And we add suffix e. It becomes fiancé, then it is the female one. Comedian, okay, comedian. So this is the male form. And then we change an into an, and it becomes comedian. Then this is the feminine form. Okay. Next is us. Okay, in patron, okay, and then for the female one, patroness. The easier example for this is a steward, stewardess, prince, princess, okay. So the S mark the female one. If it is prince, prince is a man, okay, a male. But if it is princess, then it is the female. How do you know? Because there is a suffix S. Okay, and another example is the stir. Yeah, spinner, spinster. The change of er into stir mark the feminine form. Okay, the last one is noun diminutive form. Diminutive means small. Okay, so we indicate smallness or endearment, or maybe both. Okay, so for example, E, yeah, ending with E or Y like this. It is it indicates endearment. Aunt, auntie, sweet, sweetie. Okay, so here in this case, it is not smallness but endearment. Okay, let me mark it with pen. Okay, endearment. And then F in towelette or cigarette. Okay, this one is not endearment but smallness. Okay, towelette is the small towel. Okay, small towel. So the big one is called towel. The small one is called towelette. Cigarette is from the word cigar. Cigar is the big one. You know, cigar is usually longer and bigger. Cigarette is the smaller one. So from the word cigar, they add at means smallness. Okay, so it becomes cigarette. Lamb, lambkin, yeah, with ikin. So this one is lambkin is referred to the a baby of the lamb. So this one can indicate smallness, smallness. Yeah, smallness. Also the word duckling, duck. Yeah, duckling. If you add ling here, okay, and then darling from the word deer. Yeah, darling, little deer. So this is also indicates smallness. Yeah. Okay. And then circle, circlet. This one is also smallness. Okay, so circle is bigger. If it is circlet, that is the small one. Also happen to booklet and starlet. Yeah, let here means small. Okay, so remember there are morphemes that has diminutive form. Okay, with the meaning of smallest and endearment. So here you learn that there are suffixes that mostly we do not realize the meaning. Okay, like the feminine form and the diminutive form. Okay, I hope you understand. If you don't, you can ask me in the next meeting. Until then, bye class. Thank you for the attention.